Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you another video and I am going to be talking about Halloween's past. The way it's going to work is, with the exception of 5 Halloweens, I'm going to show you pictures of every costume I have worn since the day I was 1 year old. And the costumes I can't show you, I'm going to describe to you. So a couple of them are hard copy pictures I have immediate access to in my room. Some of them have been uploaded from the internet, but the rest of them, I have had to go into my dusty basement, scour through a bunch of hard copy photos, ranging from the years 1995 to 2003. And let me tell you, there are a lot of things that I would have preferred not seeing. So, I mean, do you have parents that take pictures of you when you're in the bathtub? Hey, lucky you. And, let's just say, not all of them were bubble baths. I've seen things. So, if you could compensate for my suffering just by leaving a like, I sure would appreciate it. So, let's get into this. So the very first picture, which I don't have, is a clown costume, which you will see in a little bit, worn by my brother. I mean, it's been worn by all my siblings for their first Halloween, so yeah, moving on. I dressed as a Dalmatian when I was 2. When I was 3, I dressed as Tigger. Fun little fact that you might find kind of adorable. My mom actually cut the tail from the costume because it was easily to trip on, and I cried the entire time because I was afraid my mom would actually cut off a part of my body. So when I was 4, I dressed as Thomas the Tank Engine. And when I was 5, I dressed as Thomas the Tank Engine again, but it was a different costume. So for my next birthday, I have a hard copy here. Is me as Buzz Lightyear when I was 6. It literally says on the back, Halloween 2000. Which I just noticed that now. And, yeah, I mean, there was a more full costume version, but I figured it would be cooler to wear the armor plating. So, yeah, I'm just in gray sweats, because, I mean, it's close enough to white to make the difference irrelevant, which is what Buzz Lightyear's color is underneath all that armor. You know how Buzz Lightyear's head is covered in purple except his face? Well, my mom actually cut up a bunch of construction paper in the shape of that mask, which looks more like a helmet, but I don't really have a picture of that. Honestly, it didn't really seem worth the effort. The next Halloween, when I was 7, I dressed as Woody. And when I was 8, I dressed as... Hold on, I have a hard copy of that here, too. I dressed as a ghost for Halloween. As you can see, the mask barely fits me. I mean, you can tell because I'm fixing it. There is actually a specific reason why I chose to be a ghost for Halloween. It's because my religious mother wouldn't let me be anything scarier for Halloween than that. And the reason why I wanted to be something scary was because the year before that, when I was in the Buzz Light, the Woody costume from Toy Story, some kid in a Darth Maul costume, scared me by chasing me around the street. And yeah, that's I mean, it scarred me a bit, but to really rub salt on the wound, the little shit, bragged about it the next day at school. He he I think he was in first grade when I was in second. And some of you might be thinking, you were scared by a first grader, you're a what? You're a wuss. But in my defense, I was scared of pretty much everything at that age. And also in my defense, I mean, think about it. If you were 7 years old and it was late at night and someone dressed up as Darth Maul and started chasing you around, you would be a little scared too. But yeah, so that happened, and honestly, I wish I didn't dress as a ghost. I wish I could have been something better, but honestly, if not a ghost, I don't know what I would have been that wasn't scary. Either way, my brother easily had the coolest costume that year. He, as you could see, he dressed as Jango Fett. The craziest part is, none of us were Star Wars fans back then, so he had no idea who that was at all. I mean, it looked cool though, which obviously I'm guessing is why he chose it, but I mean, yeah, obviously we know who that is now because we have since gotten to the lore of Star Wars. So for the next 3 Halloweens, I don't really have any pictures. I can't remember whether they were taken digitally or from a regular camera like all the others. But although I could swear I saw the other one on a hard copy, I couldn't find it in the box that I found the others. Either they're on a computer, which is long gone if that's the case, or they're somewhere in the basement or somewhere else in the house in some other box. Since I really can't be bothered with something that may or may not be in the house, you're gonna have to take my word for it that I wore these costumes, basically. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Halloween when I was 9, I wore a Ninja Storm Power Ranger costume. I was the Red Wind Ranger, and my brother was the Red Thunder Ranger. And when I was 10, I got to be Spider-Man. And when I was 11, funny enough, I got to be Darth Maul. Yeah, and my brother too. And, my brother actually reminded me that is the costume that the kid scared me was wearing. So, I mean, that was interesting. Honestly, I remember it being a pumpkin face, but it's possible I was remembering it wrong. Of course, the face of Darth Maul is way scarier than pumpkin face, but again, I was scared of pretty much everything at that age.
And here's where things get interesting, because after that, I basically stopped trick-or-treating for a long time. And not because I thought I was getting too old like everyone else. It's actually, as a little embarrassed as I am to admit, it is because I became a Christian, and I feel like I shouldn't do it anymore. So until I was 19, I stopped trick-or-treating. Although one time when I party and you basically had the option to dress in costume, everyone thought I was going as Justin Bieber because, I mean, I was wearing my street clothes. You know, sneakers, skinny jeans, purple shirt with a guitar on it, and a leather jacket. That is literally what I wear as a casual outfit. So, basically when I was 19, I decided I was fed up with my siblings coming home with candy and me basically getting nothing. So, I started trick-or-treating at 19, dressed as a cop, and, it might be weird, but I looked young for my age, and, plus, and plus, trick-or-treating is actually way more fun when you're older, because you have a lot more freedom, you can pick your own route, go out by yourself. It's a lot more fun. So, so there's that, and, when I was, 20, I dressed as a cop again with a few changes. I didn't bring the glasses because it was night, and I wore combat boots that year and that's relevant because I didn't own a pair of combat boots the first year. I just wore my black dress shoes. So, here's the hat, cuffs, badge, and I think the key is here too. Yep, right here. Although the key is actually useless, because, there's a lever built into the cuffs that are more effective than the keys. So the following year, I decided to dress as I thought I was gonna dress as a cop again, but, instead I dressed up as the governor from The Walking Dead. This is really the only thing that, I needed to fit my costume. I just figured that, it would just make more sense to, get a costume that you're gonna continue wearing after Halloween was over. Because, as an adult, I didn't really find a practical use to get a full costume that I was only gonna wear once. Heck, the cop shirt was basically just, my brother's old, auto technology shirt. So, I didn't go trick-or-treating that year. I just didn't feel like doing all that walking. And plus, the second year, I didn't get to go trick-or-treating in my own neighborhood, because I had to work the 2 hours that trick-or-treating was going on, so I just went with my mom to a bunch of neighborhoods, drove like 14 miles before we stumbled upon a neighborhood that was doing trick-or-treating. So, basically the lesson here, whatever your excuse is for not wanting to go trick-or-treating, do it anyway. While you can, because, believe me, you'll miss out. And, of course, when people ask me how old I was, I didn't lie about my age. I told them I was 19, 20, so, if they didn't ask, I wouldn't tell, but, still. So, so after that year, I pretty much just dressed up for the Halloween party with the Center for Independent Living that we do every year, up until last year because of COVID. And, like I said, I was 21 when I dressed as the governor, and, the year after that, I dressed as Negan. Yep, the Negan from The Walking Dead. Then after that, my friends just always wanted me to show up with Lucille, you know, the bat, for whatever reason.
They also called me Negan, which was better than Justin Bieber, but
Next year
still.
I got to dress as the Punisher. I took quite a few photos, but I think I'll only share like 2 or 3. But there were a lot more than that. And it wasn't pictured, but the final year I dressed up in 2019, I went as Stephen Hyde, my favorite That 70s Show character. Again, not pictured, basically just picture the hair and black t-shirt, light blue jeans, and you got it. I didn't have the light brown boots, so I just wore brown sneakers. Same thing for the governor costume. And if I got to go to the Halloween party last year, I would have dressed up as Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2.
But anyway, guys, that's my video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on all the awesome stuff I have coming up this month. As always, it's Dr. Stephen James, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.
I always thought you were 1 in a million, and maybe you are, but guess what, I'm 1 in 7. We were together for a couple of years, wanting by my side, you were never near. Kept knocking me back like a couple of beers, and I just kept smiling ear to ear. Love never felt right, then out the hard way. Only wanted drama, we didn't live on Broadway. Made you my princess, should've called you Yahweh.